So let me just convert this raw data file into a new SAS dataset with the help of, first I am converting with the column input style, then I will convert with the formatted input style. Okay.
Okay.
Just to figure out the differences. So now I just write down data dfwlax, then in file, the location of raw data file is then / dfwlax.dat. Then I specify input. The first variable is flight number, which is with the $sign 123. Then we have date, because date is a, we know that date is a non-standard kind of value. Okay, so
Okay.
we will specify date $4 to 11, then dest, which is also a character, $12 to 14. Then I have first class passenger, which is number, so it is 15 to 17, and then economy passenger, which is again a number, 18 to 20. So when I run this program, I can see my DFWX dataset is created without any error. You can see 10 records were read from this particular location, and 10 observation is created inside the work.dfwx dataset with the 5 variables.
Okay.
So when I go inside the DFWX, so I can able to see the dataset. So this is the dataset which I created just now. And you can observe the date is considered as a text here. If you want to observe, after right click, you can check with the view column. When you check with the view column, you can see the flight number, date and dest are the text type, and the first class or economy are the numeric type. Okay.
Okay.
Now I need to convert this particular program to with the help of formatted input style. So I just specify @1 position, then I need to give $3. Then @4th position, I need to give, see now I can use the format, in format, sorry. So in format here we have, see this is the date value, if you can observe, which I highlighted now. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is in a which kind of in format. So this 12 represent as a month, 11 represent as a date, and 00 represent as an year. So we need to specify DD, MM, YY, 8 dot. Okay.
Okay.
Did you get the point?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 8 is the width.
Yes. So I need to specify, instead of writing this, I need to specify DD, sorry, it is MM, DD, YY, 8 dot. Then I need to specify with the dot, position, @12. So destination is 3 dot again. For F class, it is @15. So I have 3 dot again. Because it's a numeric, I do not include the $sign, @18. So it is now 3 dot again. Okay. So now I submit this program. Let me create as a DFWX1 dataset. After submitting this program, you can see there is no data error or any syntactical error. It is also creating the same data. But now if we observe, the dates are coming as a date value. Are you able to see?
Yeah.
Earlier it was considered as a text, so we are just able to see like this. But now date is coming as a date value, so we can use this date for any sort of calculation.
Okay.
Okay, but we can't use this text form. If we want to present this date in the specific date, so we can use the format to display the value. So let me use the format with it. Let me use the format outside of it with the help of print procedure. So I will write down proc print data is equal to DFW LAX1, then format date, and now I want to present with the week date dot. So you can observe the week date dot format. Okay.
Okay.
So this is how I supposed to control the non-standard value inside the raw data file with the help of in format. So this @ positions will just specify the specific location of the raw data. Instead of that, we can also use the plus n sign. Okay, so plus n sign is a relative one. So with the plus n, for example, you are starting with this position @1, then you are going till 3. Now this starts with the next 4th position. Okay, so here you are specifying @4, but instead of that I can specify plus 0. So I'm just specifying plus 0, and this one also plus 0. This one is with the plus 1, and here we need to give plus 0 again. SAS new line and input statement is the plus. Now you can see we have the right information with us. So basically plus sign just give us means help us to locate the next record. We can just increase the value. Okay, you can see the difference between plus and n position when you specify @ position. When you specify any column position with the help of @, so it is a specific location of that particular raw data, and plus just go to the next record. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the basic differences we need to note.
So it knows when the next record is going to start then.
Yes.
Right. It might just do it in a plus 0. So
Yes.
you don't know.
Yes.
Do you ever encounter?
No.
I'm sorry.
What do you say? Come again?
Okay, so for the second one that you were doing, so you do the plus 0, right? So you do the plus 0 date, then plus 0 destination.
Yes.
So it knows when to start the destination?
No, not exactly. If you just check out with the raw data. Actually, you are confused now. If you just check with the raw data, just see my cursor. Okay, when you are into the first record is red. Okay, so it is 1, 2, 3. If you write down plus 0, means it will start from this location. If you write down plus 1, so it will be start from second onwards.
Right.
So SAS, see what happened. If I'm just writing down, just give me a second. Here I'm just writing down flight number. I do not specify anything. Flight number $3. Okay. So automatically it will read out till 3 value. Now my cursor is into 4th value because these values are added with each other. So that's why I just specify plus 0. In case if there is a space in between these values, then I need to give plus 1.
Okay.
See,
okay.
It is something like I am just adding the column position. It is not like SAS automatically recognize those things.
I got it. Okay. Okay.
So
now, all right. So let's go on because we have the flight with the date, and then we have this third one is the destination, right?
Yeah.
Third one is the destination.
Yes.
And then the CLE. So there's a space there.
Yep. There is a space, but I'm just considering from this to this particular location. Means I'm just considering the 3 width for it. In case if I'm just giving plus 1, okay, then I need to give a width of 2 only. Okay.
Okay.
When I run this program, everything is fine. You can see. See.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because I need to know that where exactly I need to land up. Because I'm just starting from this particular location, it's just having a 3 value. So that's why I'm just putting plus 0. In case if I'm just putting the +1, so it will just go to the next record, then it will start reading the value. See, with the relative pointer, if you're just using the plus sign, it is only going toward the forward side. But with the @, you can go to the forward or the backward, because it is just you are specifying the specific location for it.
Okay.